Anthony Albanese has spent the past few weeks downplaying concerns over his failure to secure a meeting with Donald Trump over looming tariffs. Now, the risks that failure presents have become even greater. Trump today threatened to impose sweeping tariffs of up to 200% on pharmaceutical products made outside the US.
We'll be announcing something very soon on pharmaceuticals. We're going to give people about a year and a half to come in, and after that they're going to be tariffed if they have to bring the pharmaceuticals into the country, the drugs and other things into the country. They're going to be tariffed at a very, very high rate, like 200%. We'll give them a certain period of time to get their act together.
Australia is a significant exporter of pharmaceuticals to the US. They're in our top 5 exports and valued at more than $2 billion last year. So make no mistake, the risk is serious, as a panic-sounding Treasurer Jim Chalmers was forced to admit.
They're obviously very concerning developments. We are talking about billions of dollars of exports to the US when it comes to pharmaceuticals.
And drug manufacturers aren't the only exporters in Trump's sights. Copper is another industry facing hefty tariffs, this time up to 50%.
We did aluminum, 50%. Lumber just came out.
Why don't you announce copper?
And we did cars. And now, today we're doing copper.
Copper and lumber. What would that tariff be on? The sectional tariff?
I believe the tariff on copper, we're going to make it 50%.
50%.
At least in this case, the US counts for less than 1% of our copper exports. But all this only serves to further highlight how desperate our lack of a relationship with the Trump administration has become. The UK and Canada have already managed to secure tariff exemptions after negotiations with the US and commitments to significantly lift their defence spending. So far, our government has pig-headedly refused to listen to America's pleas to lift ours. The sticking point over medicines will be our pharmaceutical benefit scheme. The scheme demands drug companies negotiate a price with the government so consumers can receive a subsidy for their medicines. The US pharmaceutical lobby has urged the Trump administration to slap tariffs on our exports in retaliation for this. Now, the federal government refuses to budge on that. After all, it would mean more expensive medications for Australians.
Our pharmaceutical benefit scheme is not something that we're willing to trade away or do deals on. That won't change.
Former trade advisor to President Trump, Kellyanne Shaw, warns Sky News, though, there'll be little wiggle room on pharmaceuticals as far as the president is concerned.
It's very clear that the administration is going after any types of policies in any sectors that have long irked either U.S. exporters or been viewed as discriminatory and disadvantageous to the United States.
So if not the PBS and if not defence spending, what will the Australian government be able to offer the US for a better deal? The first step will be actually getting a meeting and then going from there. Let's see when and if that can happen.